dead bug is an exercise that is usually seen as a beginner drill to learn core stability, and then we move on and forget about it. I want to show you a couple options that you can take into the dead bug to make it useful for you in the future and make it super challenging no matter what level of core stability that you've built up over the years. Okay, first let's go through the dead bug. I'm going to show you a couple reps and then we'll build it together. Assuming you've never done it before, seal the space between your low back and the floor, pop the knees up, let the heels hang or let the shins come forward, reach the sky, and then alternate one arm and the opposite leg, tapping. And the farther away you reach with your leg, obviously the more work you're going to feel here. Last couple. Okay, so that's one level. That's typically where we take it and then we're done with it, right? So I want to challenge you to take the training wheels off this exercise by not smushing the space between your low back and the floor, not kickstanding in that space. So it would look like this. We go from having no space here to trying to find a neutral pelvis. The way I like to do that is to put my feet down and just go ahead and dump way forward into your anterior pelvic tilt, or dumping the hips out, and then tuck under enough that you do smush that space again. Do that a couple more times and then try to find what feels like neutral, or the orientation that you would take if you were standing. Go ahead and do this before your next rep. Take an inhale, exhale, keep exhaling till you feel this stuff right here tighten up. Now go ahead and breathe, but keep that tension and reach. Okay, that's the first layer. So you've got this sealed in the front line. You're not letting your ribs jut forward, meaning your spine isn't extending every time you do a rep. Add a heel alternately. Okay. If your quads are burning out and you're in this position, let your heels dangle. And keep repping out with the heel tap joining in as long as you feel no movement in the low back. So if you find yourself pushing your low back into the floor, or you found it super arched again, I want you to reset with a breath and then continue. Okay? Next layer, last layer, is to add the breath into this movement. So join me with arms up, legs up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, reach both arms. Keep exhaling until you finish. Keep reaching until you finish exhaling. Once you're empty, pause, and then inhale and reach your arms up again. Do that again. If you're feeling this is easy, there's a 99% chance you've lost that low back position, or let your pelvis rotate. Keep exhaling till you feel like you need to cough. Pause, 1, 2, 3, and then bring it up. Inhale. If you're still seriously good, go ahead and add that heel tap. Exhale and reach one heel, both arms. Keep blowing out till you're truly empty. Pause. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, last one. Other leg, both arms. And back together. So maybe you found some shakes on that last few reps. If you didn't yet, but you felt yourself finding more challenge, then good for you for maintaining that low back position that's really challenging and requires some practice. If you're just learning the dead bug for the first time, I recommend you try it with your low back on the ground a few more times before you jump into this next level.